the billionaire canal. You have the view on Burj
Yes.
Khalifa and the skyline.
Absolutely.
There is the waterfront, which
And
is
it's
the canal.
extremely small.
Except Dubai, what countries you think they are closer to Dubai? Like, I assume maybe Singapore. What do you think?
You'd be surprised. People that bank in Singapore invest in the UAE. They don't really invest in Singapore.
What about like Bali?
I think that Bali is very good for investment.
There's no more money in the West to back up wars.
The UK is going bankrupt. It is bankrupt. Why? Can we afford to back right now another war in the UK? No, of course we can't. The average person is below an average income.
So lately I had some questions. I did some research about what's gonna happen. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I even asked ChatGPT. I called people I know. And one of the people I called and we spoke about this, and each time we talk about this, we kind of have a fight about it because I have an opinion about it and she do have an opinion about it, but I believe she's more she's the expert. She know it more than me. And this thing that I'm searching is, first, are we gonna have a global crash, economical crash next year, 26, and even maybe 27? Because everybody is talking about it. And also, if this crash will happen, what's gonna happen to Dubai? Generally, not only real estate, but we will end up talking about real estate, obviously, right, Christina?
Yes.
With Christina, you cannot not talk about real estate. So as you saw, Christina is the person I brought today to debate with regarding this subject, and I'm sure that a lot of people they're wondering about it. First of all, Christina, thanks for coming again to Chekd. You've been here so many times.
Most welcome. You're already debating with yourself.
Yeah, I'm already debating with myself, but I believe that there will be a crash, and I don't know what's gonna happen to
Okay.
Dubai, but I strongly believe there will be like a global sort of recession.
Based on what do you think we are going to have a global crash?
So basically, there is all the indicators that showed that happened before a crash. One of them that is the increase of things like the gold price, also Bitcoin. It went up. I mean, the past month, and now it's going down again. Inflation been all-time high.
Do you know when people buy gold?
People buy gold to stock their money, to change from a currency.
People buy gold in war cases when you don't know what's going to happen to your bank accounts or your currency. And if you've got a few million in your bank account, you can't just go to the ATM and take it out, and you cannot overflood the bank either, can you?
But what happened after like 2-3 weeks ago?
Gold you can buy with your card.
Yeah, 2-3 weeks ago, the gold prices went up so high.
Yes, because we had a conflict situation.
Where?
We had a conflict situation that involves different countries, and the price started going down the moment they have ceased fire in Gaza. The fact that it started again, it's going to make it fluctuate again because eventually they will poke the bear again.
So you think there will be another conflict between Gaza?
I'm very sure.
Yeah, I've seen in the news some problems are happening because they're giving back the bodies.
The problems that are happening, they don't only involve the situation with Gaza, right? Because the economy, the global economy, it's not standing based on the conflict, internal conflict happening there. It's based on who is backing who up, who has the bigger pocket and who has the bigger need. And in this case, well, you're having different parties that can shut down a pipe, Russia, for example, and then you've got Iran. And depending on which one shuts the pipe first, you're going to have Europe freezing. The problem is that nobody understands what poking the bear means. So, who's backing who up? It's not about who's got the biggest amount of nukes. It's not about who has more land. It's about who's backing who up and for what reason. It's not only political, it's financial.
All right? Like develop more. Like, okay, explain to me, what do you mean by poking the bear?
Well, let's take it from starters. The UK is going bankrupt. It is bankrupt. Why? Can we afford to back right now another war in the UK? No, of course we can't. There's so many. The average person is below an average income, right? So you've got children in schools in the UK that have 1 meal per day. One. Do you understand? That is tragical. We have the highest rate of homelessness in the past 40 years. If Churchill would be alive, he would turn in the grave.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that there's no more money in the West to back up wars.
There is no money in the West to back up wars for a very long time, not from now.
All right, which means okay,
But they are still doing it. So let me give you a practical example. Iran, for example, this is pure example, right? Iran has given the West a financial lesson. They have sent the cheapest drones that they had, right? And they had a loss of $400 million. Yes,
yeah.
those drones were the slowest ones. It took them six
I
six
know, I know, I
hours
know.
to reach target, right? And they still created damage. Yet it took the shield 300 almost $1 million per day to protect one little piece of land.
Yeah, which is
Because the
taxing. Yeah,
shield is not only what you're having the air defense, you're talking about moving ships, moving planes, stuff, loading, fuel, everything.
logistics. Yeah,
Exactly. They cannot afford the war.
cool. So okay, our subject. I know it's really rooted with the war, but let's come back to the main subject, which is: are we gonna have a correction next year? What you're telling me is that the war will, because the war is stopped.
Nobody can predict war aftermath. Nobody can predict conflict aftermath. You can be collateral damage.
Okay, but like I think there is other factors, like what's happening with the dollar, for example, is like going little by little down. It's like losing its value, and it's not going up anymore. Like we don't see it going up. It's
Well, in
just
the
going
UAE,
down.
it's not going up because obviously they've got a treaty. So you're gonna see the same. You're gonna see the same fluctuation constantly, one or two fractions up and down. It's not relevant, right? But if you're looking, yes, the pound has lost value. It went from 2 weeks ago 4.95 to pound, dirham to pound. Pound to dirham to 4.82. Very, very fast. It was from one day to another.
So you think it's because of
So
the currency?
no, it's not. This is, I told you, collateral damage. Everything that is happening for dumb ideas and for. Uh, it's not only political games, there are financial games at stake.
Okay, but for somebody who's watching us, who have the same doubts as I have, who believe that maybe next year we will have a financial correct crash globally.
We don't have enough information to
Yeah,
back.
but okay, we don't have enough information
No.
to back this. But what you believe is that because we don't have enough information, it means it might not happen.
I think that wealthy will stay wealthy and poor will stay poor. And I'm very sad to say this, but it's actually true. So the countries that are struggling, they will struggle even more, and the countries that are wealthy will be wealthier. Remember that you're in the UAE. Dubai, for example, doesn't survive on oil. We have no oil industry here. It's tiny.
Yeah.
Right? However, we do have tourism, and right now we are facing extremely bad traffic because this year we are having estimated 3.5 million tourists more than the previous year. And on top of that, we are looking at the investments. If you look at the transactions that happened in 2024 compared to the transactions from 2025 up to date, let's not take the last quarter, but we can look in the first half of the year.
We can do year to date.
We can no, I mean we have direct numbers when we're looking at the previous quarter. So
Okay, yeah,
if we're taking the first half of the year, you have in the luxury sector 62.7% more transactions than last year in Q1. And
So
Q2.
more units, you mean? Yeah. So
Luxury units.
which means it's more revenue.
9,000 millionaires have moved out of the UK alone in 2024, out of which 5,200 relocated residence-wise to Dubai. Are they going to live here? Not necessarily.
In and out, in and out.
But their residence is here. It's a circle of money. They can live in Monaco, bank in Singapore, and invest in Dubai. The reason why they prefer Dubai, and not only, by the way, right? Cyprus is another very good market, financially speaking, for Europeans. When we're looking at tax and financial benefits, and also the ones that are investing for a passive income, they are looking at Zanzibar. We're looking at a very high ROI in Zanzibar.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I've been to
Yes.
Zanzibar 3 times. Each time I go, there is more.
It's full.
There is more expats.
Yes, occupancy rate is above 80.
Yeah.
But then again, if we're looking at the UAE, the reason why the UAE is so important is because what's actually happening in the UAE. And we're not looking at property here. Property is the collateral, right? If we're looking at Abu Dhabi in this moment in time, in Abu Dhabi, we're going to have the biggest AI center in the world.
Yeah.
We have 1 million companies that have relocated to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi is holding the 6 major hedge funds on different sectors, real estate included.
And BlackRock soon will establish itself there, which is the biggest thing, I believe.
Yes. And thirdly, you're going to have a crypto market in Abu Dhabi. So if you're looking at these factors alone, the credibility is already there for a stable economy on the long run. You're predicting a market crash in the UAE. Why? Because you're looking only at Dubai. Yes, you will have a market correction for insignificant units. You know.
Okay, pause here. Pause here. So now we don't know. We don't have enough information about the crash. Now, if the crash happens, what you think gonna impact the way the crash will impact Dubai is by some units being corrected in terms of price, right? Is that what you said?
One word. Hold.
So whatever is going to happen, you hold. But okay, we're not talking about selling and buying. We're talking about pricing. What's going to happen?
It refers to protecting your own interest.
Yeah.
So if you're an investor or a homeowner, if you're a homeowner, it's different, obviously. But if you're an investor, you hold.
But if you're a homeowner, is it going to be discount and everybody will stop buying? Are we going to see that?
Hell no. Of course not. Of course not. You need to remember that first things first, we don't have enough in the luxury sector. I'm saying that, and I'm not referring only to the ultra luxury, which we are just tapping into right now. What do we have ultra luxury in Dubai, for example? You've got Atlantis the Royal, you've got
Dorchester.
Lana, you've got the Dorchester collection in general. You're going to have another Dorchester in Maritime City.
So that would be. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, we've got a few of them upcoming, but what do we have now? So if I'm a multimillionaire or a billionaire that wants to relocate to Dubai right now, where am I going to move?
Nothing.
The Royal Atlantis.
No, we have a shortage.
The Palm. Yeah. Jumeirah in some areas that are not GCC, right?
Yeah.
And then let's say the mansions in Meydan.
Right? It's a paradox. The most luxurious city, or the city that is known with its luxury, have a real estate luxury shortage, and nobody even like the only people who know this are real estate people.
No, the people who know this are people in real estate that have access to high net worth individuals.
Yeah, people think in Dubai there is.
I have this problem. A broker that joined real estate yesterday and has to sell for a living, he wouldn't have this problem unless he gets really lucky with a very rich client.
But listen, I want to ask you. Let's not talk about luxury now. Again,
but that's the solution to everything that you just asked me.
Yes, but you didn't. I don't want to know. No, I'm not asking you for solutions. I'm asking you for what's gonna happen. Now, if we will have a global crash, and I believe it will, and I don't want it to happen. I don't want the West to fall down.
We're not gonna have a crash. Not in here.
If
my personal opinion.
No. I'm talking about here. I'm talking globally. If we're gonna have it globally.
First question that I asked you, when you say globally, what exactly are you referring to? China?
No.
China is never going to crash. Their ideas and what they are producing, my friend.
I agree.
They are at next level by far. Think about Earth and Moon, at least.
Okay.
Right? So they keep it internal. China's not going to crash, is it?
I don't know.
So when you're saying globally, what exactly are you referring to? The US? The US is already collapsing.
Yeah,
the UK, it's going bankrupt.
We will see
France is bankrupt. Germany is on the way. Canada has no labor.
Khalas, we're going to have it then.
Darling, it's already happening, and it happened. Not from now. It's happening for the past minimum 6 to 7 years. Everybody's just blind, or they choose to be blind. Pick one.
But I'm talking about the climax. Are we going to have a climax of that where you can see a bloodbath in the stock market?
Darling, you're not in the 70s anymore.
Yeah.
Right? There's not going to be a climax. That's not going to happen. It's like after a very long time, I actually had an investor a couple of days ago that asked me when's the market going to crash. Is like, great, at least I'm hearing it once a year. However, we don't have that type of climax anymore. So when things fluctuate right now, they don't go like this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, we're not seeing that.
You're not seeing that. You're seeing this, and maybe then this,
And then go up again,
and then
like,
a little bit higher, and then down again. It can go gradually down, but it's not going to go down like in the 70s, for example, or the 60s.
Or what happened in 2008. It was a different problem, but still,
you cannot relate to that.
yeah, it's a completely different.
Yes.
I know, like that was because of the mortgages in the US. But okay, so what you said something earlier. You said some units.
That's the solution. You just said it right now. Mortgages.
Oh,
Mortgages are the solution for the small investors that should take lessons from the billionaires.
so, but let me finish the question.
Every high net worth individual does not pay anything from its pocket.
But
Prime
the solution
example,
for
Musk.
what? Well, sorry, you said that's the solution.
For the market correction.
Oh, okay,
when
cool.
you don't put all your money into a property, regardless if you're an investor for profit or a homeowner, you are not suffering.
I feel like Christina now, she's trying to close me.
So
What I have this feeling.
I would be able to close your left, right, and center, my dear.
Oh
That's
my
my
God.
job. But the whole point is that mortgages are the solution. This is one thing that I'm teaching all investors. So if you're looking, genuinely speaking, I work with people that have a high net worth, right? But I also work with normal random people that are, let's say, in a medium to good situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or they have a very good salary.
Or they have a very good salary, or they have dividends, etc. Or they are a startup,
Yeah.
regardless. Because remember, I am the bridge between the company here to the company there. So the idea is that wealthy individuals don't use their money for investments.
Yeah, they mortgage everything.
Equity is always equity, and it's good debt, right? So if you take that example, keep in mind, high net worth individuals don't think tomorrow. They think generational wealth. So they think from now 20 to 30 years in advance, the next generation. So they are setting the ground for that. It seems like you're grooming your child in the UK from going to a college that is specific designed to put you in a specific university. The system is very well put together. If a normal person on a salary in a regular job will take the bare minimum of examples from that, they would be better off. So instead, I'll give you the practical solution. I have, 1.5 million dirham budget, obviously on a payment plan with the deposit to buy a property. Instead of looking for those long payment plans, if you are an employer, or if you're an employee, sorry. If you're an employee, if you're a business owner, the only difference is the deposit you have to put down. But if you go on a payment plan, you don't suffer anyway. It's still 20%. You just go on a payment plan. Hence why I'm advising everybody on a small budget to go on a mortgage-friendly payment plan with as little as possible payable during construction and put the balance on a mortgage.
Yeah, but a lot of people, they're not educated about this because they think, I believe Dubai or the UAE, they stop giving mortgage for off plan and then they come back lately.
You don't need to get mortgage for off plan. You need to get mortgage for properties that are having a mortgage-friendly payment plan.
So you're talking about secondary market?
So I'm talking about off plan. So let's say if you're looking at a property, most of the payment plans today, they are 70-30, 65-35, 80-20. So you pay above 65 during construction and the rest of it either on handover or post handover.
Yeah.
Look for properties that are in good locations, and instead of buying a studio, obviously this depends on your deposit possibility as well.
Yeah.
Look for a one bedroom or a studio but next to the water. From the entire Dubai supply, you have only 8% waterfront properties.
Yeah, but explain to me, Christina, for the audience, because the audience...
Instead of looking for a payment plan that goes 60-70% during construction and 30%, the long post handover for 1% monthly, right? You're looking for a payment plan if you can do a mortgage that has only 30-40% during construction, maximum 50-50. You do your payment plan until it's ready for 2-3 years, whatever.
Then you take a mortgage.
Yes.
Okay.
But there is one company that can do mortgage and construction even now. Damak.
So Damak can give you...
In Damak, if you reached 50% of the payment, in any Damak, if you reach 50% of the payment on the payment plan and the construction on the DLD website, it's a 35%, you can do mortgage and construction.
So you think that's the best way is to mortgage after you do the 40%, 50%, whatever?
Yes.
You go
And I'll
mortgage.
tell you the beauty of it. If the market doesn't crash, I'm joking.
It's a bonus.
I'm gonna eat you alive with the market crash.
No, so, I genuinely, because I'm like, everybody is saying the market will crash in YouTube. Sorry, like, I watch a lot of YouTube. Like, I might be wrong. I'm not a...
I don't know how my
I'm just a podcaster.
I don't know how my damn TV looks like. For me, it's a black box. You people are preoccupied with these conspiracy theories and everything else.
It's not like for me, but like they give very strong arguments. Like they give you this graph and you see it.
That's exactly how people get converted and brainwashed as well. So,
anyways,
let's debate practical situations that involve saving people's money.
Yeah, if there is a crash, right?
If there is a crash, if there's not a crash.
If there is a crash.
And if there is not a crash happening, then I just made the money.
It's like a bonus, yeah.
Exactly, bonus point. So, if you can go on a mortgage, go on a damn mortgage. Yeah, spare yourself the bullshit 1% monthly payment plans. You don't need that. Because what's going to happen, you're not going to get the ROI after you get your keys to rent out the property enough to cover the monthly rate anyway. You're going to have to chip in from your pocket, right? So stop with the crap and get yourself, if you're an employee, if you're a business owner, if you got dividends, doesn't matter where you're from. You don't have to be here. You don't have to be a resident in the UAE, by the way.
I know
right?
That, yeah.
You can be anywhere in the world. If your working situation is clear and your income is clear, halas, we're good. All you need is to have a minimum income and you have to have savings for 40,000 dirham. And then you go in any of the mortgage situations. Some of them can do it on 40%, some of them can do it on 50%. I'm happy to give advice to people. But you go on a mortgage-friendly payment plan, you swap on a mortgage. Your mortgage, if I'm looking at that think about it. If the property is 1.5 million dirham, right? A low ticket. Your monthly installment, if you're going on the 1% monthly, is going to be 15,000 dirham per month. Now, if you're a normal employee, you're going to struggle. Yeah, unless you're having a very good income, in which case you're not going to buy that anyway.
Yeah, you would be high.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if you're going on a mortgage, let's say that you paid 40% during construction, or let's do it 50%. So you're going to put 750 on a mortgage, right? You had your 750 at the beginning on 3 years, and then you're having another 750 that you have to pay on handover. You put your 750 on a mortgage. Your mortgage every month is going to be 4,400 dirham, 4,500, which is affordable, right? But your rent for that property, let's not even say 8% ROI. Even though I make sure that they get a higher ROI, at least if it is a small ticket, I know it cannot appreciate too much, then I make sure that at least they get a good ROI. But otherwise, let's say you're getting an 8% ROI. Okay, take out the service charge that everybody forgets about, by the way, which is about a month of rent in principle. And let's say you've got monthly 9,000 dirham left. I would conservatively say if the property costed 1.5 million, after you take out service charge, I normally can do at least a 10K a month, 10,000 a month after taking everything out.
But without cutting the mortgage bit.
Exactly. So take out 4,500 dirham.
Yeah, we're talking about 6,000.
Great. Is it enough to pay another installment for the studio?
So you go and you reinvest it. Yeah.
And then if your property appreciates, let's say, 20-30%, and you're already on a mortgage, after 6 months, you call the bank. You can do that every 6 months, by the way. My property appreciated 300,000.
Okay.
Give me the money.
Cool.
And you use that as a deposit for another property.
So, okay.
You're buying another property with appreciation from your current property by releasing equity, and you're paying your installments for that property from the balance that you have from this one. You have to.
Yeah, you like this game. I feel like you just like this game. It's like numbers. A game of Monopoly.
Real estate is numbers, it's not brochures, lovely.
But listen, I want to ask you something.
People buying real estate from brochures, no offense, but have a reality check.
Of course, I know, but like,
Buy
anyways.
this one is the last one. We're gonna die tomorrow without this building. Hell no.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Yes.
selling fish.
One thing, property should be bought in pre-launch phase. To be able to achieve everything that I just told you right now, you don't need the second or the third wave. Because what developers do in principle, the first day when they do the first allocation, if it's not sold out, let's say if it's a very good project, it's going to be sold out, but they have some units remaining, or they keep on purpose some units. They will release those units after 1 week with a minimum of 10 to 15% increase.
Yeah.
If you're lucky, it's going to be 5%. That's not the one that you want. You either buy it in the first wave or you don't.
Yeah. This is something that
Because for me
people
to
are-
create
yeah.
that good ROI for you to be able to play with equities,
You have
I
to-
need you to
you have
buy
to
as
jump in
low as
early,
possible.
yeah.
No, I
But-
need you to buy as low as possible. Don't think floors. Mate, I'm telling this to everybody.
low in terms of levels.
Price.
Yeah. Price.
And level if you want to take it. This is marketing strategy. Mate, unless you're looking at Burj Khalifa or the water, you don't care about the floor.
Yeah.
Avoid the road.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. You're gonna get the same rate on for the rent on the second floor as you're gonna get it on the 10th floor. The only difference between these floors is the fact that you paid more for the upper one.
Yeah.
Because the rent is gonna be the same.
The same, yeah. So
The
you're
developer-
losing
Of
in
course.
yield. But listen, I have an important question, like, because we're talking about rents a lot, and I noticed something about rents. I don't know if you notice it, but like,
Not in my portfolio, but anyway.
no, but like, what I noticed in rents is that a high end place and a low end place, they are almost close in price lately. Have you noticed that, or is it just me?
It's just you.
Like, you can rent in Creek Harbor for 100K.
But Creek Harbor,
Sorry. And you go to Warsaw, not far from it, you can rent for like the same size for 70.
it's a paradox. Warsan always had a very good ROI.
But why?
I mean, yeah, it's a shithole, but it's not going to be a shithole for long.
Yeah, but like,
However,
it doesn't make sense. Okay.
Downtown and Creek Harbor, even if people are obsessed with them, they have the lowest ROI in the whole Dubai.
Why?
Let it sink in.
Okay.
Because the price you bought it for, it's too high for the rent.
Forget
You get
about
me? It's the same thing in central London, by the way. It's the same thing in New York, downtown. So the price for the price for the apartments downtown, because obviously it's next to Burj Khalifa, etc., etc., etc. Creek Harbor, same, very nice community by Mar, niche community, all clean, etc. However, the rents achievable are not high enough. How much can you pay for a 2-bedroom? It's still a basic 2-bedroom, darling.
there is a cap.
Yes.
So
the prices have the tendency to be pushed up more next to the water, niche villas, specific areas that are being specific areas next to very important schools.
okay.
So I've got investors that are moving to Dubai, and like I said, they are high net worth individuals that want a specific school. And you have to be within, here comes the demand, right? This is the list that comes with the demand. I needed to be within 15 minutes to that school. I have to have this next to it. I have to have this next to it. And if you don't know what is there, you've got a problem. So what I started doing with my lot in office, for example, this is an exercise that anybody in real estate should do, or at least do it with their staff. I pick their brain. I give them I don't pick their brain to the extent of making them look at the wall, but I give them 4 or 5 areas every week, and I tell them to take out the payment plans, the prices, the projections for the next 4 years, and what happened in the past 3 to 4 years within the area, the price increase, etc., and know the differences. I don't need them to tell me if this is better than that one. I need them to understand the differences, so when a person like this comes along, they will know what to advise them to do.
Okay.
That is where the rents are high.
But keep in regarding the rents. Now we come back about our situation. If the crash will happen.
Of course.
What's gonna happen to the rents?
I'm gonna start smoking soon enough, or I will throw something at you soon
like
enough.
For me, I'm interested to know if the rents will stay, go low, or go high. What's gonna happen?
It's just a speculation.
No, but what do you think? Like,
It depends.
We're just thinking what's gonna happen.
Think about it like this. Let's say, God forbid, touch wood, you've got a worse situation happening. right? And there's a lot of people that are going to come and stay here on purpose because until now it was proven to be safe
Yeah.
or safer, right? Rents are going to increase because
Wow.
those people, you know what happened the first thing that happened, the moment Iran started sending drones and Israel bombed the site, right? The first thing that happened was people started bringing money in the UAE.
Yeah, we spoke
So the
about this
value,
last
the
episode. Yeah.
value of the property skyrocketed instantly,
So you think if there would
and not the random property, the luxury
jury
one.
ones, I know, but let's come back to. We're not talking about the high net worth individuals and the luxury stuff yet. We're
But they
talking about
create,
the normal
but they
people.
create the market confidence, darling.
Oh, okay. So, okay.
So
So,
if economically the country is stable because money is being pumped in, is it or is it not creating confidence for the rest of the people?
and with that, the rent will go high. Damn. The rent will go. So we will not have like I'm hating that
Alhamdulillah.
like because I'm hate like you say
I
Alhamdulillah
have
I
to
don't
I
like it.
have to go around the wall for you not to bank every time. So it's, you need to understand we do have
Because the rent are
a
going high for
following.
the last
You
two
know how
years.
people follow each other on Instagram? Unit follows everybody. I don't like social media. I have all these crappy videos that I have to shoot for Tom, Dick, and Harry to understand. If I could not do it, I wouldn't do it because I don't like it. I look like a Muppet, or I have to look like a Muppet. But it's the only way it's gonna sink in. So I said, okay, fine, let's shoot videos for everybody to understand where the waterfront is in Dubai. But anyways, waterfront is my specialty and villas.
Okay.
Okay? The reason why it's my specialty, I'm not talking about Dubai here. I'm talking about waterfront in each and every emirate. That's my specialty. Because it's the most appreciating asset. If you have to start building a portfolio right now and you've got, let's say, an investment to do, and you've got like 2 million, 1.7 million, you need a golden visa, whatever circumstance, I don't care, right? I would strongly suggest to everybody getting on the ladder to look at waterfront and find a mortgage friendly payment plan if they can do a mortgage. There is the if factor.
Okay. So with that being said, let's park it aside.
That one will prevent any market correction.
Yeah, but I'm not talking about investors here. I'm talking about people who rent like me. Let's come back about the rent. So you think if there will be a crash globally, that people will escape, especially from the West, come to Dubai?
Not necessarily from the West, even from the neighboring countries.
All right. And then when they come
You've
to
got a lot of people in the neighboring countries.
of course, more than the West, I believe.
There you go.
So this will create confidence in the market. And
Yes,
then,
because the UAE has already created the confidence.
cool.
So we're looking at least 3-4 prior war situations and conflict situations that happened
which
within
were
the past
beneficial for us.
6-7 years that was very beneficial because the UAE never shut the door to nationalities.
Cool.
They were super impartial. It's like, right, what's your name? I don't care. Most welcome.
Done.
As long as you don't screw up in here, you're good to go.
Okay, so with that being said, it means the rents will keep going up.
I expect the confidence to stay there because honestly, this country, and all respect for what they have done, all respect to the Sheikh, this country has created a confidence level that you're looking at the Western powers right now, they never managed to achieve. Okay? In a record time. Now, the reason why I always went against the Fitch report, it's exactly this. You need to understand that you cannot use the same parameters and the same rules that you would apply to the US or to the UK or to the UAE. How much construction do you have in those two? All put together.
I agree.
Do you get me? How many members per family do you have in the UK? And hey, this is a country that was built on young professionals that have improved the economy. The UAE, it's helping you when you want to create a business.
Yeah.
It's giving you a clear path. You have rules and regulations when you walk on the street, up to when you want to build your own business, how you're living, how you're talking to other people, how you're not allowed to raise your voice to somebody else, how you cannot be bullied on social media. Right? You can stop somebody from entering the country. I might do that actually. Stop somebody from entering this country if they create any kind of nuisance in social media. You cannot go against any business and have a bad review. You can take them to court. However, everything that they have built, it's absolutely amazing. It's mind blowing.
Okay.
It already created a confidence factor for people to still be comfortable enough to stay here. So the rents going down, I mean, how much would they go down?
So let's stay here. Fast forward 2027. We believe that majority of developers, the biggest chunk of whatever is being off plan for the last few years, it will be handed over in 2027.
You're confusing two things.
Yeah, no, no, I'm finished with the crush. Forget about it.
The correction that we will have, it's nothing to do with the price correction.
Yeah.
It's got not and the rent correction, which I don't think is going to last for long. That's why I told you to hold. It's not due to those factors. Unfortunately, from the property being handed over between 2026, I would say, end of 26 to 2028 Q3, 4, the immediate ones that are supposed to be delivered in 2026, 2027 have a backlog from the ones that were supposed to be delivered end of 2025. We have 41% delays in Dubai right now.
So
So all this hype about oversupply is not due to the oversupply. It's 60% in oversupply, which is not even an oversupply. It's 41% in delays. So they are clashing. So what the developers are doing these days to prevent exactly that, and I have noticed with big developers that I respect, they are delaying their own projects on purpose.
So this will not happen.
Yeah, so they delayed the ones that were not delayed. They are letting all this run, and they are delaying their own projects for one more year. I mean, within the 12 months that is allowed by the law on purpose, because this way the properties will still appreciate or they will not depreciate anyways.
Yeah, because
you need to understand client satisfaction is a thing.
Yeah, because
Your investor is not going to be your investor if you lost money. So they are trying to prevent exactly this. And now you're seeing the latest launches that have completion dates in 2029 or 2030 on purpose.
Yeah,
do you think it's going to take them 5 years to build a building?
No, but
Let's be real.
Yeah, but like these projects, they're less than the projects that happen post Corona. The projects that happen post Corona are way bigger than the projects that are gonna happen.
You have seen the best market ever in the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Okay. However, you do have a lot of people moving here. They are not all millionaires, right?
Yeah.
You've got the common person moving
Majority
here.
of them are not millionaires, actually.
Actually, you're wrong.
What? Like
Yeah.
majority are moving. Like, come on. Like, the number of Algerians I know that come here looking for a job.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if you're looking at the numbers shifting from the past 2-3 years. Actually, you've got a lot of high net worth individuals.
Yes, there is a lot of them.
When you say millionaires, is anybody who's starting? It's a millionaire. Doesn't have to be a multi-millionaire. Doesn't have to be a billionaire. Don't confuse the situation. There's a lot of normal working people from the UK that have 1-2 million pounds to spare to move here.
No, but there is a lot of people who don't have anything on their name.
Yeah, but
they're coming here to find a job.
Those ones that I just mentioned right now, lately, it's a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing.
We can ask ChatGPT if you want.
Yeah. Like, yeah, you can ask it if you want.
Can I have my phone?
Aziz, just
Aziz,
let's fix the numbers. Let's fix the numbers here.
I already know the numbers, but I have to convince you for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, ChatGPT is becoming
Let's open ChatGPT
another person in our life. It's becoming another person in our life.
How many high net worth individuals have moved to Dubai in the first half of the year in 2025 compared to 2024?
You're using the speaking version?
Yes.
I love it.
I'm lazy.
Yeah.
I have to do too many things in the same time.
And you can speak with her. Like, you can have a decent conversation with ChatGPT.
And it's taking the migration report in consideration as well, by the way.
Wow. So you have...
oh, it's actually more than I thought.
Can you make it audio so the audience can...
It's still doing research.
Wow. And then it will speak it, right?
I can actually read it. I don't mind.
Okay.
He took only the millionaires. But even if I'm looking strictly at the millionaires, 2024, the whole year, was 6,700 millionaires.
Wow, okay.
Okay? 2025, the first half, 9,800.
Millionaires. Shit. So it's crazy.
I see it and I feel it prime hand.
Yeah, but Christina, the non-millionaires, they're way more than these people because naturally there is more non-millionaires than millionaires. If you say how many expats Dubai attracted 24 versus 25,
no, it only took the millionaires.
Like,
actually,
yeah.
okay, let's
if not hundreds of thousands, I'm afraid. Normal
I'm
people,
looking
expats.
I'm looking at the ones relocating like on a daily basis,
Yeah.
and I'm talking about, let's say, your average Brit,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
or these days even Canadian actually. So
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Canadians here.
yes, yes,
Canadians, welcome to Dubai.
I will tell you why if you want to.
Why?
Because Canada decided to do a very dumb thing, like properly dumb, and chopped off the only investors they still had remaining. They banned all Chinese visas for investors for the next 2 years. Expect a lot of Canadians in the future. How's
Yeah.
your French these days? Mine is getting better.
No, my French is always good. I'm Algerian, but
Alhamdulillah, my mom managed to sell the house in Montreal. Otherwise, I would go crazy because nothing is moving.
Canada, yeah, is facing a
My
lot of trouble.
realtor in Montreal cannot sell her own house.
Ah,
Yes. And my mom's house was on the market for like a year and a couple of months.
yeah, it's
It's insane.
it's crazy.
So, no more Chinese in Canada.
Last time there's this girl. I
Habibi, come to Dubai.
Yeah, there's this girl who I don't know. She posted something where she's driving her car in the snow in Canada, and she said, "I decided to change my view from this, and then
I
to
have
this, and there's
I
Dubai."
drive
Yeah.
a six-wheeler in Canada with it. Last time I left in December.
Mm.
Last time I decided to visit my mom in wintertime. It was December, and I had 10 meters from the car to the entrance of the airport, and it was minus 32 degrees.
Oh my
I
god.
couldn't breathe.
Yeah, you can die.
No, I wouldn't. I'm quite used to it, but still, I couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
So, moving forward, that will come with a lot of problems in principle because we're talking about economy here, right? So, no more new builds.
What?
No more new builds in Canada
No more
because
new
the
bills.
Chinese investors were investing in, and then they stopped other types of investors as well for God knows what reason. Um, and they are accepting visas, a lot of visas for normal workers
Yeah.
because obviously Canada is underpopulated. So
Yeah.
that being said, where's the wealth going to stay? In Canada? Hell no. Of course it's gonna come in any other country that's gonna welcome it. No?
Yeah. Except Dubai, what countries you think they are closer to Dubai? Like I assume maybe Singapore. What do you think?
I mean, you'd be surprised. People that bank in Singapore invest in the UAE. They don't really invest in Singapore. I've got one that lives in Singapore and he is from there. I think he's second generation
But like,
and
okay,
he's investing in Dubai.
except
He
Singapore,
he
like,
loves living in Singapore.
but
He
like,
does travel the world, but no.
what about like Bali? We talked about Zanzibar
Bali
somehow.
has very good industry these days. So a lot of furniture. I got offered a furniture contract yesterday for supplying in the UAE, which I'm very interested in. They produce a lot of goods, and
Mm.
they've got a very good wood industry. And thank you. And I think that Bali is very good for investment because everybody that goes to Bali says the same thing. It's somewhere that they don't want to spend only 1 week
They want to live
traveling.
there,
They
yeah.
want to either live there or they want to have an investment there. Now there's a lot of nice projects coming up in Bali.
Mm.
Obviously, you have to it's pick and choose because we're looking at leaseholds as well. However, it's worth buying an apartment for $78,000 just to use it for your own holiday.
What, seventy
Yeah,
thousand?
yeah, yeah.
What?
There's that possibility as well.
You told me something crazy about Zanzibar as well, Chris. Anantara. Anantara? Yeah.
Yes, so I pick my projects in Zanzibar because I'm a numbers person. So I need to have it. I need to have the track record black on white. Like I heard the conversation yesterday. It's mind blowing. So this is your brokers in Dubai. I mean, I don't want to name and shame people, but mate, who hired you? So there's this guy sitting on a chair with his investor at the table, literally next to me. I was waiting for Geta to come out. And he was telling the investor, yes, mate, people in Russell Hayma have done already 5+. It's mind blowing the appreciation. Based on what? Mate, there were 2,900 transactions in RAC. Properties are not ready. You have handed over basic properties. It's like, based on what? That guy, for not opening ChatGPT to actually do his homework, is an idiot. I'm talking about the investor. The bare minimum you should do as an investor in Dubai is like open then ChatGPT. You've got Property Finder. You've got DXB Interact. Mate, it's free. If you don't do your homework, you're asking yourself why your property has depreciated or you're losing money. That's your answer. Well, it's not about market correction. People don't actually do their homeworks.
No,
If
but
he,
let's
that
come
guy
back.
that was an investor and wanting to do business here, he was not only investing in property, he was sitting next to me. His broker that had him on the table was telling him that they already done 5 plus, and how many other people are advertising that? It's scary.
What do you mean 5 plus
Um,
percent
five
or?
times. No,
Oh, five
yeah,
times?
yeah, yeah.
No way.
I physically looked at him in disbelief and I said, and you're wondering why people are saying that you're a cowboy and they don't have the confidence to talk to a woman that looks a decent way or to a young generation. I've got youngsters in my office. Walid, I train them like there's no tomorrow.
So, just one
And
second.
then again, I understand
I'm
now.
processing. Like he told him that 500%. Uh,
Appreciation.
I
The guy was listening with a lot of interest. Yeah.
but like it never. I think even in Dubai, it happened only a few times.
The fact that there is a broker
Like
that
even in
exists
Yeah.
saying that to an investor that was clearly not a small one, that was looking to businesses in Dubai, it's mind blowing.
No, 500% appreciation happened maybe
His boss,
in Jumeirah, Palm
scarier.
Jumeirah.
Let me tell you
Yeah,
the other
yeah,
bit. His boss was with him on the table. So there
yeah.
were three people from the same company. One of them was clearly the boss because he looked straight into my eyes. Right? And this youngster was hyping the situation and flexing it like there's no tomorrow, telling him how Russell Hamer appreciated 5 times and people are super happy and they made their money back. Based on what? How many results are in Raqqa? You dumb? Who hired you? How are you actually keeping him?
Yeah, but like I doubt even. Okay, maybe it can double few years, maybe, but like 5 times is this is
You
weird.
have no track record for that.
Yeah.
Period. Based on what?
Okay, but like we'll come back to
Zanzibar,
Zanzibar.
I
Yeah.
gave you that as an example because it's virgin land. Same like Zanzibar, different countries, but same scenario. Zanzibar has a lot of major brands in under construction right now. They've got Rixas, they've got Marriott, they've got whatever. I chose Anantara simply because Anantara made public the numbers, right? So I could look at the project, I could establish the projections by looking at the track record, right? So they have a bare minimum occupancy of 70+%, which is fine. They manage their own lot. I strongly advise people not to look at the big villas, but to look at the smaller units because, for what I have studied in the reports, the smaller units actually have better occupancy rate, is more affordable. And I told them not to look at the residences for themselves because they don't come under the Ananta management. So you
And
can
how
buy
much are
something
they?
for you. They start at like $450,000 on a payment plan, not bad.
Which is in dirhams, we're talking about 1 million plus something, like one
Yeah,
million four, 1 with 5.
yeah. The difference is that yes, it's a leasehold. However, it comes with good conditions. Like the person buying it off
Leasehold
you,
like 90 years.
99 years.
Okay.
But the person buying it off you will get another 99 years.
Oh,
Yeah, so it doesn't really decrease because they can't give you freeholds in Africa. And then on top of that, you've got between 16 to 23% ROI net. And they give you 5 years tax free. After 5 years, you're going to have only 10% tax on your unit, which is not bad on profit.
tax. Yeah, 10% is
I mean,
decent.
it's decent.
And you're talking about Anantara, the brand is already there. Like
Yes.
it will be occupied.
Yeah, so that's
And
like,
Zanzibar is it's my favorite destination. I went
it's
three
not
times
only
there.
that, but think about it. You already passed your first youth, right? You're a middle-aged person that wants to have an investment just for the passive income. You don't want to deal with Tom, Dick, and Harry from whatever estate agency or management company for your apartments and have.
Especially in Zanzibar, it's a poly. Then people in
Yeah, but
Zanzibar know
even here it's
poly. It's very
happening.
slow. Yeah.
I almost slapped a broker from a holiday homes company 2 days ago. That was my own apartment, FYI, right? Because he put me somebody in there that wanted um, to take me to court to move out of my property that they moved in 2 days prior because there was traffic outside. Wait, what? So yeah, you do get the crazy bit.
Yeah.
And then you can stay with the property empty because the crazy bit wants a refund, which I'm not gonna give them. I don't give two craps. But
Yeah.
the idea is that you get the crazy bit when it comes to rents as well. And I get a decent rent. But you're not letting me with an empty property in high season.
Yeah.
Do you get me? So for that purpose, I had that cowboy telling me off because his client wants a refund. I said, go to municipality, tell them to make another bridge.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about luxury and we'll wrap it up. We spoke earlier that we have a shortage in ultra luxury, and there is few projects that are already existent that are ultra luxury, such as the Royal
Yeah.
Atlantis. But what is the scope of the ultra luxury coming to Dubai, as per your knowledge?
It's not okay, high net worth individuals, millionaires, billionaires, etc. They don't like to live in random properties. They prefer either waterfronts or very big mansion communities. They have specific requirements, and unfortunately, we don't have a lot of it, right? So, if you're looking at the average property, would be either an apartment, a penthouse type, a large space, very decent conditions. Omnia ticks the boxes. A few products from Bingati would tick the box that are
Ultra,
upcoming.
ultra.
Yeah, I mean, the one that they launched downtown, that one has very nice specs. The ceilings are super high and it's medium, well priced. Not bad. But then again, you've got Fairmont coming up as well. So we do have options. We have Mansouri residences, etc., that are
But I'm
medium.
talking about
You need to look at luxury.
But I'm talking about like high, ultra, like like Muraba Vale level, like the rings level.
In
this like
ultra, in the
wow, like
ultra, okay. So this is the normal high net worth individual. If you're looking at the ones that have the expectations for the ultra luxury, that's a different story. You've got a few of them coming. Yes, Moraba Vale. You've got the Omniad buildings on the Palm, all of them. I like Alba the most. It's just because of the attention to detail that they have
But my
provided.
love,
No, they actually look at that.
I have a question for you. Okay, before we talk about what's coming in terms of ultra luxury,
What we're having right now,
yeah,
nothing.
ultra, nothing.
I mean, you have a few units for sale in Royal Atlantis. You've got a few refurbished villas on the Palm. The only thing that you can offer that is
What
ultra
about
luxury.
do you consider District One, but it's fully sold? Yeah.
It's not. I've got units for sale, but the idea is that you have resales that are going to be finished in a couple of years. If you're looking at the actual ones, the ones that are ultra luxury, which is what I'm coming to, the refurbishment market is very good. So what they're looking at, Emirates Hills particularly.
Yeah. Okay, I
Right?
forgot
So
about it. Yeah.
Emirates Hills, the Big Mama villas,
Yeah,
mentioned
this
type.
is the top notch of the top notch existing now in the
Not
UAE.
only that, but they like the greenery and they like the nature, I would say. And then you've got a few of those in Maidan as well that are
District
obviously with the
One
green.
is also top.
Not necessarily District 1, can be Narashiba.
You mean
So it's quite popular.
You
The
mean
big units.
you mean
It has to have water, it has to have green.
okay, no.
It has to have walking
Okay, I have a
bits.
question. Okay, I want
So
to
a lot of
ask you, sorry,
yeah, sure.
sorry I interrupted you. So I'm not talking about what's being sold or what's selling. I'm talking what's existing. We talked
I'm talking about the existing ones right now.
So you said Emirates Hills, I agree.
Yeah.
District One, I agree.
Yeah.
You have the
The
lagoon and all
refurbished
of
ones, the big ones.
Yeah, the big ones, the mentions.
Dubai Hills, Sidra.
Dubai Hills as
Sidra.
well. Sidra.
Yeah.
It's
So
ultra. This is ultra.
In Sidra, the refurbishments, I mean, not the ones that they provided. I'm talking about the ones that have been remade.
Yeah. So these
If
three
you're
we
looking-
can say, but they're all villa community, right? Most of them.
Not necessarily. You do have apartments
Mansion.
as well, but not in, obviously, not in Emirates Hills. These ones are villas. You asked me for the existing ultra luxury
Yeah.
property. It's the ones that have been remade, mostly.
Okay.
Even in Royal Atlantis, if you're looking, the original units are
No,
the
yeah.
ones that are selling the most are the ones that have completely
Refurbished.
redesigned interiors.
So we can say that the only ultra luxury in a building, not like standalone, in a building, it will be the Royal Atlantis.
No, you do
Dorchester
have. You
as
have the
well.
Dorchesters.
Yeah, I forgot it. Yeah.
So you've got Dorchesters on the Palm, and then you've got Dorchesters in Business Bay as well.
Yeah, that one as well. I love. Actually, that's one
The
of my
Lana.
favorite businesses.
I
my
like
favorite buildings.
the venues there.
Yeah.
The entertainment.
So we have like Burj Khalifa. No, it's not. For people who think,
unfortunately,
for people who think that Burj Khalifa is luxury, it's
No,
not. It's
it's
just
not.
an asset.
For me,
sorry, it's a what do you call them? A trophy asset.
and
it's
I
just a
think that from all the apartments, honestly, the most loved are the Bulgari.
In Burj Khalifa.
Bulgari.
Oh, Bulgari, the one in the Bulgari Islands.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot about that.
You did. I didn't. I saw that.
Okay, so sorry.
I'm having a hard time finding. Like I had a request just now for a one bedroom that's going for about 15, 16 million as we speak.
So
one bedroom.
let's just organize them. We talked about Emirates Hills.
I think that Bulgari is more loved than the Atlantis Royal. 100%.
One second. We talked about Emirates Hills, Dubai Hills,
Mm.
District 1.
Not all Dubai Hills.
Not all Dubai Hills, Sidra, you said. District,
That's,
yeah,
in my experience, that's the one that's higher in demand.
cool. We talked about the Royal Atlantis.
Yes.
We talked about Dorchester, the
Mm.
two of them, Palm and Business Bay. Now
And
you said
Bulgari.
Bulgari. Bulgari Island, actually, it's built for ultra luxury, if I'm not
Yes.
mistaken.
So that's old money for you. I mean, people that like the new money, you can tell from a mile away. The crypto money, the flashy, whatever is gonna go to the palm, right? The old money, it's gonna be Bulgari,
Bulgari.
it's gonna be Emirates Hills. Those are the conservative ones,
Yeah, all Emirates Hills.
and the
yeah.
private ones.
Yeah. So now.
And then you've got some of them that have refurbished units in address sky views. For example, from all addresses, address sky views is the most loved when it comes to.
But it's not considered ultra luxury. It's
I
just
mean,
like maybe affordable.
the fact that the lobbies and the facilities are nicer than the rest of them, and the fact that the apartments, some of them, they have very big layouts, and they could have been refurbished to a very high spec.
Yeah.
And the views, right?
I agree with you.
And then you've got a few units in the Sky collections in Opera Grande that have been completely remade.
Yeah, that can be also
So
ultra.
level 50 and above, the one that is directly in front of Burj Khalifa.
Okay. So now lately, so we're talking about the existing.
So you can create ultra luxury.
Okay.
Because we don't have it, people create
We
it.
have six. Bulgari, there is some units ready, right?
Let this sink in.
Yeah.
Because we don't have it
We can recreate it.
from prime production.
Yeah, we can refurbish
Yes.
it into existence. I agree with you. But like from the scratch, we have six, because ultra luxury also was the surrounding. It affects. You can have you can refurbish your unit to an ultra luxury level, but your surrounding is not, and then boom, you lose points.
Hence
for
why
that.
I mentioned those buildings.
Yes. So let me finish this. So we have, and I have a question. In Bulgari Island, there is few ready units. So we have 6 projects more or less that are.
Now you have one extra. It's
you-
on the border between Dubai and Abu Dhabi. On land, it belongs to Abu Dhabi. The first cluster that is ready in Ohana.
Ohana.
Yes.
That's ultra
Al
luxury.
Jurf. Yes. So you have
I never heard of it.
Have you heard of Anantara Santorini, the resort?
Anantara
Saudi.
yeah.
It looks idyllic. It's beautiful, right? Next door to Anantara Santorini, right now on the left-hand side, there is Ohana that is building the private Jacob and Co.
That's Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
Yes, it's on the. It's very close to Dubai actually. It's exactly after the. So yes, it belongs to Abu Dhabi, 100% on even on paper and stamp duty and everything else. But effectively, it's very close to to Dubai, super close to Dubai.
So 7 projects.
Yeah,
Cool.
Because the first cluster of villas is being handed over right now. I mean, I wouldn't consider them ultra luxury because that's the first cluster. But definitely
once it's gonna be finished, then you
because
can call
the community it's ultra luxury and this is gonna be in the community. Yeah.
So I got your point. Like you can have a hands on ultra luxury from now, but you will reach the status of ultra luxury once the community is finished. So and also this is what's ready: 7 places or 7 projects. Now what's coming? I believe there is that canal everybody's talking about. They're calling it the Billionaire Canal. And
I've got an exclusive project.
Yeah, I was speaking with Camille about it. Camille have a lot of information about it.
No, I've got an exclusive one.
Amazing.
I've got actually 2 of them, and guys, both of them they come with cigar lounges and whiskey club.
Cool. All right, cool.
And only 2 units per floor.
But that canal.
I cannot say the names.
Okay, I know. But in that canal, we're talking about, as we said earlier, Moraba Vale. There is the rings coming. But why? Like, why that canal? Was it planned? What other projects?
I'll tell you. No. Okay, so billionaires don't like mixing with other people for technical issues. It's actually the oldest saying in the book. Tell me who your friends are.
Yeah.
There you go. So the idea is that the buildings, they needed an area that doesn't look like JVC. So the only, look at the communities. First things first, yeah? So Emirates Hills, clearly no poor people.
Obviously.
Yeah. Bulgari community. So until now, the most successful pieces of land, gatherings of buildings, houses, whatever you want, right, were the communities that were from a single developer or same piece of land with same regulations. Right? So if you're looking at the pattern of that, the communities were the most successful. I'm not talking about random communities. I'm talking about niche communities. So in that sense, if the communities were successful, Then let's create an apartment community with different developers, but not every developer, not every type of product. It was needed to have a billionaire row like you have it on the palm. We needed a little strip of land that will be only for high net worth individuals. With that type of building, with that type of resident, with that type of facility, with a lot of green around it, self sustainable, there's a lot of people that care about this. Okay? And even your basic developer, even your um, medium to good quality developer and the good quality developers are adopting this. People want places where they can walk. They want green spaces.
I
They
agree.
want solar panels. They want little farms where they can farm.
But how can they can have a farm
You
in
can
the?
look at the valley, look at Atlon.
No. But the canal that is in the middle
No,
of the city.
I'm talking
In
about the
general, yeah,
requirements right now.
yeah.
Okay, you have to have a walking track, a cycling track. You have to have particular types of boutiques,
Yeah.
etc. So this is for apartments and penthouses, the paradise they were looking for. So I agree with Camille, 100%. Yes, it was very much needed.
Yeah, I mean it's but like
Something that is not affordable just to everybody.
yeah, it's go like the projects that are gonna be built there, and you have like there on a close proximity to Bulgari Island, you have the view on Burj
Yes.
Khalifa and the skyline.
Absolutely.
There is the waterfront, which
And
is the
it's
canal,
extremely small.
and it's a canal.
Yes, it's extremely
it's few
small.
buildings.
So it's going to be very, very limited.
Yeah, super limited.
I
yeah.
have two projects that are upcoming there. As I said, I cannot mention them because they're not on the market yet. And my job is
Oh.
to grab what is not on the market. Weird enough, I already put EOIs, even if the system is not open yet, for 2 units because there's only 2 per floor. I had a client who took the whole floor.
Wow.
But they are exclusive for a particular type of investor and resident. It's coming with wine club, whiskey club, cigar lounge,
Wow.
and mind-blowing facilities. Now,
I have to be a billionaire.
but the idea is that one
Yeah.
thing I have to mention here. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. The developers that are creating a selection of their buyers are going to be the one that will appreciate their own properties. The old saying money talks shouldn't be there. Because old money and whiskey lover and art lover doesn't go together with crypto money.
I agree. They're two different species.
Yes. So now some of the developers are actually taking only expression of interest
and
they
then doing an
choose-
investigation. Yeah.
Yes.
Handpicked.
Yes.
All right, Christina, with that being said,
There's no market crash. Stop making my brain go short circuit.
And the rent will not go down, which is bad news for me.
I mean,
Yeah.
fluctuations you will always have.
Yeah, I know.
But you have a million other factors that are impacting it.
Yeah.
Hopefully the developers will do it smart. Hopefully they will delay some projects and hopefully they will be smart enough to delay the handover. I'm talking about the new ones coming on the market now. They should do what the major ones started doing. Like I said, handover 2029, 2030 on purpose. But then again, you also have to watch what the government is doing.
Yeah.
I'm talking about infrastructure. I'm talking about government money being pumped in specific areas. Stop doing what everybody else does. Stop buying from brochures if you're an investor.
Yeah.
Period. Rents wise, you're going to get better rents if you're going to buy better units. And if you're a first time buyer, either try to stick to a mortgage friendly payment plan and then move to a mortgage or stay as close as possible to the water.
Which we're going to talk about after we're going to wrap up the episode. Christina, you have been checked again.